All right, everyone. Thanks for joining. This is the Omega series. This is round 2, and we have Off Topic, Off Meds fighting against Snakes and Trees. So OTOM dropped their first series versus Beyond All Baguettes, so they've dropped down, but Snakes and Trees won their first series against Goons, so they have moved up. This is a BO4, which I think is going to be fun. We'll get to see kind of a little bit more of the skill range of the team, see how they match up. And I am lucky enough to be joined by Polygon here, who is going to co-cast with me, talk through some maps, talk through some other things. So with that said, let's get into the picks and bans. Let's get into some draft for the maps. So Snakes and Trees is the lower OS team, so they are going to ban first. And it looks like their first ban is Angel Crossing. Polly, how do you feel about Angel Crossing? What do you think?
You know, I think it's a really interesting map. There's a lot of dynamics there with the different lanes that you can go through. There's, the 3 sides with the sea and hovercraft potential. There's also the middle lane, and you can also go up and down the mountains. Just lots of potential there on that map. It's one of my more favorite maps, actually.
Yeah, it's a really technical map, which I think maybe is why we don't enjoy it as much. We didn't have too much time to prepare, so we were a little worried. But no, I agree with you. I think it's a really interesting and technical map. It's definitely a map that I think you really have to prepare for. And it looks like OTOM has banned Altered Divide. What? Is that legal? I love Altered Divide. What do you think, Polly?
That one has been a point of contention for myself and my team. It's just been a horrible, unlucky streak for that one. So I really get the ban there. Just the play there's differently. I've heard there's a lot of reclaim that people don't take advantage of, and it seems like the battle just flows in all sorts of directions.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, I think there's 10k metal reclaim in the middle, so it's a little crazy because it's like if you don't win that early fight, it definitely can snowball. And then Snakes bans Tropical Assault, which I feel like is a little expected, right? For our team, we banned all the water maps, Tropical Assault being the first one we banned because we hated it. Did you guys have swimmers on your team, or do you think that we're just going to see this banned across all the series?
I know that Naval's not very popular amongst the community, which is a shame because I think it's a lot of fun. But I do know that people find it to be difficult and frustrating. So I think it'll be a common theme.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I mean, it's cool. They're sticking to like they ban Angel, they ban Tabula. They're like, we don't want to be in the water. So I think that's fair. I think that makes a lot of sense. Or sorry, they ban
Tabula
Angel.
doesn't have that much water though. It has like a little pond. I wouldn't count that as a water map.
All right, that's fair. I actually meant Tropical, but no, you're 100% right. I was saying Snakes banned Angel and Tropical, and they're trying to get rid of those. It's interesting though that they banned Tabula because I feel like that map has gotten a lot of play, but it was one of the ones that it swapped in for Boulder Beach, which I think everyone hated. Did you guys play Tabula at all, or how'd you feel about it?
I'm trying to think. Boulder Beach was the one that had the big ocean in the middle, and that was swapped out for Tabula. I'm not sure if we played it. I wasn't actually present for my team's matches. I had a sub.
Right. Okay.
That is a pretty fun map, though. That's another one that has an interesting dynamic where there's the side lanes that are kind of like a solo fight for the big mechs, and then there's the big open middle.
Got it. All right, so Snakes and Trees opens, and they're going to pick Red Rock Desert. So super close map, right? It's a small map. It's kind of a weird map in fours, I feel, because I'm never entirely sure which position should be doing what. I also feel like it's kind of a technical map where there's a lot of trans play and other interesting things you can do. What are your thoughts?
There have been some new strategies developed on this map. I do know it's also going to be a slugfest, close quarters, as you mentioned. I'm expecting to see a lot of fighting, especially towards the beginning of the game and in the middle arena where players can switch between different lanes and influence each other. It's going to be interesting to watch.
Nice. Oh, and OTOM full of 8v8 players picks DSDR. Okay. You think maybe they're off their meds, they might be a little crazy, pick something cooler. They just go DSDR. Did you guys enjoy, or do you enjoy playing DSDR actually in 5s? Or do you prefer it in 8s?
I can't say I prefer it in either 5 or 8s. It's something, it's a classic, but it's played a lot. I've had my fair share of DSDR.
Yeah, no, that's totally understandable. And they go Erebos. All right, talk to me about this map.
That's a fun one. It's a more recent map, I think. lots of play here, lots of different strategies that can be exploited, I'd say, actually. I was talking to Euro earlier, and he showed me a new strategy that I think is very strong, involving going to C, which is pretty cool. It'll be interesting to see what these teams do with a 5v5, though.
Yeah, it definitely will be. And then the last map, if we need it for the final game, will be on Nuclear Winter, which again is another 8v8 map. I think OTOM is just, they're playing it close to the chest. They're staying home.
It'll be interesting to see who plays the solo lanes on this map, or if they even turn them into solo lanes, if there will be any co-oping or other strategies on Nuclear Winter.
Yeah, it's such a smaller, kind of like more personal map that I think you can definitely, especially with the Geo, you know, you've got the one person in back. I think you can definitely abuse kind of those top and bottom lanes and then hold mid and tech off of that. So we'll see. I think it's going to be an exciting round. So we'll start off on Red Rock, go to DSDR, go to Erebos, and then play on Nuclear Winter. And we are waiting for the teams to load in, and then we will get started. Oh, and I hear him loading in now. So let's get into the game. So on the left side, we've got OTOM, Chummers, Lenore, who is called Jadam. So if we reference Jadam in this cast, just know that's who we're talking about. We've got Aidenot and Victor. And then finally up here, we have Crop Rotation or Jimmy. And for Snakes and Trees, we've got Zombine up at the top. On My Face, with the incredible combination of Snakes and Trees as his tag and On My Face as his name, but we're not going to try to repeat that on stream. Dr. Goldfish, who's down here, A1 Time, and Soli at the bottom. Soli with the title start. All right, drops the 2 titles and then walks to mid. That's kind of interesting. I feel like title's not that strong on this map at 10, so normally you see players drop win, but he's going to go for that instead. All right, we've got, let's see, Core VLab, Arm Bot, Core Bot. Oh, and Zombine's going to open Core Air, which I think is definitely interesting. Jimmy has yet to drop anything. It looks like he's going to go over and try to drop a low ground lab. Let's see what he chooses. What you got, Crop Rotation? He's going to go Core Vehicles. Victor opened Core Bots. Aiden opened Arm Bots. And Jadam opened Arm Vehicles. And then Chummers has Core Air. So it's interesting. We already see some pretty big differences, right? Zombine is in the top right and Chummers is in the top left. So they have they have opposite air spawns, deciding to kind of do things a little bit differently.
It's going to be interesting to see how Crop Rotation takes advantage, if he does take advantage of this lane, having an opponent that's further down, whereas the East Side team, SIT, has a forward base and is going to be matching up against Jadam.
Yeah, it's definitely, we're going to see how it plays out. And A1 Time, he's got some rovers or some rascals. He holds this lane, but he could definitely go in and scout. It looks like he's just going to hold them back. But Jadam, sensing a little blood in the water, runs in. Let's see if these rovers can get anything done. He scouts them. He sees what A1 has, and A1 doesn't have anything to fight this. So it looks like Lenore or Jadam is going to start chipping away at it. But I think this commander is going to be able to come in and punish. At the same time, he has a 2-pronged attack, and Jaden's going to go up and potentially snipe another max. A1 pulls his rovers back, so we'll see if they're going to be able to accomplish much.
Depending on your time, I'm seeing a bombing run coming in from Zombie that's getting some pretty good kills.
Oh, I think you're a little bit ahead of me. All right, and what do we got here? A1 Time is... Wait, what? Aiding with the Centurion. Hold up. Is this a tournament game? All right, so his Centurion cleans up the rascals that were coming in. And I see Chummers sending fighters up top, it looks like, to try to kill Zombine. And Zombine just has his bomber, his whirlwind on the ground. Jadam is pushing Soli a bit with this. Soli has his lab, but he doesn't have any defenses up yet. He's trying to get this LLT, but I think these these rovers might be able to do a ton of damage before this LLT is done, and they can hide in the shadow of the factory. Oh, he sees it and he's going to run away. Oh, and here is Zombine's bombing run. Let's follow this in. He is coming in, and what is he gonna be able to get done? This should be pretty exciting. Oh, Jimmy pings it. He knows it's coming. So hopefully Chummers will be able to react, but he doesn't have fighters in the air yet. Here's the first salvo. He gets a Mex and a Wind. Can he pull off any more? Ooh. All right, he gets a second Mex. But so far, he's just chipping away at all these, and Chummer's fighters are in hot pursuit. Oh, that final one is pretty brutal. He gets the third Mex and 6 Wind. He's circling back around, but Chummers still hasn't gotten his fighters quite in the right area to respond yet. All right, now he's going to fire and shoot, so he's good there. It looks like the front is relatively established. We've got Aiden and A1 fighting in middle, and this is some core vehicle versus arm bot. Aiden, a huge proponent of the Centurions. And on the bottom, it is core vehicle versus arm vehicle, but oh no, Chummers walked in and he's going for the lab. Oh, and this LLT is not going to be enough, I don't think. I think Chummers gets the D-gun. Oh no.
That was a huge play.
Yeah, that was absolutely brutal for Soli. He's going to have to figure out a way to react to that.
He does have a revenge Garpike on the bottom left in Chummer's base, so he's getting some.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see this. Good work, Soli. He's coming in to shoot. Oh no, but there's a Shuri. Oh, actually, are there enough Shuris to stun it though? Garpike with the 87% resist. It's trying. Oh, it is locked down, unfortunately, but that Garpike was able to do quite a bit of damage. Aiden pushing back a one-time with rocket bots in this Centurion, just trying to heal it and keep it up. And crop rotation up on top is facing off against On My Face, but this is a pounder versus bot situation, and it is looking a little dire for On My Face as he pushes up.
This is getting pretty close with those pounders. I think he might get a D-gun off on them.
Oh no.
One shot.
Oh, here we go. On My Face, pull it off. D-gun? No, D-gun, please. Oh, he lines him up. He didn't want to waste the energy. This is a man of efficiency. He says, why shoot 2 D-guns for 1,000 energy when you can shoot 1 for 500? I mean, that's respectable, right? That's amazing.
Soli on the bottom gets a similar D-gun against Janice.
Oh, that is actually huge. He really needs it too, because he is so far behind in this lane. Chummers came in and saved the lane with that honestly brutal lab D-gun on the forward lab. Jadam is pushing up. Oh no, and he's starting to snipe some of A1's lashers. And it looks like Dr. Goldfish is coming down to help A1 versus Aiden. He's got all of his rocket bots fighting in here, but Chummers is responding, and he's got all the Shuris coming in.
Aiden might get a kill here.
Oh, who did? Oh no. Oh, both comms go down. Jadam is able to kill Soli on bottom, and Aiden is able to snipe A1's commander. That is kind of a brutal change of events. It looks like OTOM is just pushing. They are truly off their medication. They are crazy and hungry for blood. And fighters are keeping the skies clear. Oh no, Zombie, you gotta drop your commander. Ooh, little close. There are other fighters coming in. Looks like Dr. Goldfish and Victor are in a time-honored rocket bot war. We've got rocket bots shooting at rocket bots with commanders repairing. But both Jadam and Aiden have won their lanes, and they are knocking on the front door of Snakes and Trees. They see that logo on the ground and they say, we want to go desecrate it. We want to go ruin it. Oh, these incisors and these pawns are able to close in on the lashers. They are ripping them apart. And this is starting to become a terrifying economic advantage if we look in the top right. Blue team OTOM is just snowballing incredibly hard and incredibly fast. Crop rotation has set a top edge against On My Face, and he doesn't even need to push. He has equal mexes. Actually, he has more mexes, and his team is putting work in on other parts of the map.
Jadam on the south looks like he's going for another D-gun on the base.
Oh no, if there's a second lab D-gun, that could be all she wrote, and he is, you're right, he's coming in. Gets the BP first. Wait, is he not going to D-gun this lab?
He might try to capture it, but he's shooting it, so he's out of energy.
Oh, he's trying. Oh, well. He attempted to capture it, but it didn't quite go well. Now he's reclaiming it, and now we see even more units spilling in through bottom and through middle. They're going to be able to start ripping apart this economy for Snakes and Trees.
Well, Zombies trying to do some desperation bombings, but he's not sending his fighters with them north.
Oh yeah, he
They're getting shot down.
Chummers was able to stop it. Good catch. Zombie has Shuris out though. He's going to see if he can stop this attack on Dr. Goldfish. Aiden was able to sneak quite a number of units in, but I think there might just be too many units and not enough Shuris. We've got Mace versus Stout, but the Shuris have locked down quite a bit. If he can split these up and maybe knock down a few more units, he could be in a good situation. Chummers is sending his fighters now, though, and I think there's a pretty big air superiority issue on the side of Snakes and Trees. And once those Shuris run, Jadam's tanks are able to come through, and they are dominating this base. They are running across the logo, and they are killing this factory. This is looking incredibly over, unfortunately, for Snakes and Trees. OTOM is performing their OS, and they are taking this game to the house.
I'll be curious to see what Snakes and Trees are going to do and what lessons they'll learn in the next match, because this is looking very over.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, they might just also be talking about, hey, here's the next map. What do we think we want to do? But I think they definitely got ran at quite a bit, and losing that early lab to a D-gun was incredibly hard for them to pull off.
The aggression on West team was just so high. It was constantly moving forward. They were backfilling mexes slowly. They were just more about taking ground, keeping that aggression going, which really worked out for them.
Yeah, no, it was, they were able to put him on the back foot. Oh no, and On My Face looks like he's about to get sandwiched between Crop Rotation and Jadam, and I know both of those people, and that's not a sandwich you want to be in the middle of. Zombie is shutting down a lot of the things coming up with Shuris. Maybe he can get some D-guns. He doesn't have to E, but he's getting them now, so at least he can save his own base. But at this point, there's only two commanders, and OTOM smells blood in the water. They are trying to kill On My Face's commander. Oh, Jadam might lose. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have energy to D-gun. Soli's trying to build a little desperation bot lab in the bottom where no one can see it, but it's hard to imagine what that'll really be able to do. Oh, Zombie's bringing his commander. On My Face goes down with the first one. Zombie is the last commander. He's going to come over here and see if he can D-gun. He does have a bomber, but... Oh, it looks like Victor also did an air switch. So 4 whirlwinds coming in, ready to drop. And they're going for his base. He does have a nettle, but will it be enough to actually stop this bombing run? Oh, the lab survived. 308. Oh, okay. Wait, maybe I spoke too soon. Oh no, it survives. 155 HP. It's getting repaired. Can the second round actually kill it? Oh, this lab has almost died multiple times, but all right. Zombie is the last commander, or second to last commander. Where's the other one? Yeah,
Goldfish is actually building a lab in the middle on the rocks.
He's just, oh no, Chummers, not another lab. Chummers, not like this. Not like this, Chummers. Oh, he doesn't have the E to D gun, but I think he's happy to trade, right? If he trades here, there's only one comm left, and it's Zombie up top getting absolutely chipped apart. Goldfish requests a kiss, and Chummers is more than happy to oblige him. That is the last commander, and that is the game. OTOM happy with their win, and wow, Lenore, aka Jadam, carrying his team. It looks like there was quite a bit of work there. Wow, look at that damage efficiency from this side. Crop Rotation Jimmy with almost 200% damage efficiency. That was quite a first game, and I could definitely think that Snakes and Trees is trying to figure out how they want to recover from that and sort of what their plan is. So that was the end of it. Any final thoughts on that game, Polly?
Just the aggression that came out of West team was very surprising. I was expecting them to play a little bit slower, take some mexes, get up massive armies, but they just really shoved everything they had in Snakes and Trees' face and just really drove it home. Snakes and Trees really held on and tried to come back as much as they could. Even if it was wishful thinking, they were really fighting to stay in it.
Yeah, no, they were. I mean, they definitely were. And I think that's an important thing. It's really easy to play the games that you know you've won, but sometimes it's really good practice just to play games that are lost, just so that you know how to play from behind. So let's see if Snakes and Trees can recover in game 2.